Hey, what's happening? Everyone, Sir James coming at you guys with another video, and for this video I pretty much have a 3-in-1. In this case, the three things that I want to go over for this video are quite simple. Number one is going over my most recent pickups for the past week. Number two is that I do have a question for those of you who are familiar with the Nintendo 3DS library of games. And of course, number three is to give you guys a quick update such as reviews, what has changed, all the typical fun stuff, just a minor channel update, nothing too serious. So let's go ahead and start with my most recent pickups. If you guys have been following along on my channel and been keeping up to date with my content, then you guys know exactly what I have. If not, then hopefully something here might interest you. So to start things off, as you guys know, Nintendo did release the new Nintendo 3DS. In this case, I do have that, which is the new red version. So it's not the limited edition, nor did I even pre-order the system. I just kind of got it on the day of release, and there was some extra copies, so I picked one up. So there you guys go. And now for my upgrade is I didn't have like the original 3DS or XL, DSi, DS Lite. My upgrade was from the actual original DS up until the latest version, which in this case it was definitely time for me to upgrade. Actually, it was long overdue to upgrade, but I was waiting and waiting, and finally it was time to get the latest one, which in this case the whole wait to me was a lot worth it because of the library of games that the 3DS has to offer, and of course a lot of the new titles that'll be coming out this year, like Xenoblade for the new 3DS, which I'm definitely going to be picking up. And of course, just like any new system, every time you buy a game system, in this case, you do have to get some type of game for it, or a list of games if you have the extra dough. And which in this case, the first game that I got, which I'm a huge fan of the series, and this was the only one I have not got the chance to play, which is the Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance. The 3D effect is awesome, the gameplay, story, and the visual aspect is really cool. And of course, I'm definitely waiting, just like you guys, for Kingdom Hearts 3 whenever that will be released, but we already know it's in development, so I can't wait for that one. So I need to finish this one quick, which I'm pretty sure I have plenty of time anyways. And of course, it did also include the AR cards, since this was a pre-owned one anyways. I did also get one of the new games that came out this year, which was the Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, another must-have title on the Nintendo 3DS. Really cool. And of course, what I like with the new 3DS is that it has like improved load times, and I've seen people doing comparisons and stuff, which definitely helps out a lot. And of course, just to kind of change up the pace a bit, I do have to get another game that's a little bit more quick and fast paced, which is the Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 3DS. It actually plays really well, even though I am being cautious with the analog stick, because from what I've heard when people who have played this, if they abuse it too much, the little analog stick on the left hand side does end up snapping. So I am being very, very careful whatsoever, and of course at the same time having a lot of fun. And of course, another nice lengthy game I had to get was Fire Emblem Awakening. This is definitely a must-have title on the Nintendo 3DS. That is, if you like RPG style games and lengthy games altogether, this is definitely a must-have title. The 3D effect is probably the best one that I've seen out of all the games I currently have. So there you go. Fire Emblem Awakening. Maybe eventually if I beat this I might review it. Or heck, if any of the games I just listed here interest you and you want me to review it, let me know down below. Now I do have one more game, but this one is a digital download due to the fact that it's near impossible to find in-store, and I wasn't going to pay triple digits in terms of trying to get it online, which is Kid Icarus Uprising. I bought it on the Nintendo eShop for about $35. That's definitely another nice title, and that's pretty much an on-rail shooter, so definitely worth picking up. Even if you can't find a physical copy, just get it from the Nintendo eShop. It's going to be the best way to go about it. So that takes care of games. As for accessories and whatnot, here's what I got. I got this Nintendo Wii U gamepad. The Nintendo Wii U gamepad stand, I should say, which is what I use to holster my Nintendo 3DS, especially if I'm doing Let's Plays and whatnot. Makes it a heck of a lot easier, and of course, especially playing games like Kid Icarus Uprising. This is like $2 over at GameStop, so if you need one, definitely get it. Of course, makes a really good useful platform to display your Nintendo 3DS, like the limited editions and whatnot. So yeah, $2 at GameStop, so make sure you check that out. GameStop was kind enough to give me this, even though I got Monster Hunter over at Best Buy, which did include a $10 gift card, which I wasn't aware of, but I thought it was pretty cool. But GameStop did give me this because they had a ton of extra. It's a little pin. Of course, if you get the collector's edition, it includes 2 of these, one of this one and another character, which there's a list on the back. Now I heard these are selling for a lot online as well. And of course, with the Super Smash Bros., I did have to get at least one amiibo because the new 3DS supports amiibos, and I did get Mario. I also did get one more, but as I think about it, I did leave it in my car, which I did manage to find Link over at Target, which I know is going to be pretty much a hard character to get because I haven't seen them in any of my other stores. Only the basic characters like Mario, Link, Zelda, and Princess Peach. But yeah, Link I did manage to find. Like I said, it's in my car, so unfortunately I didn't have them to show you guys. I do apologize, but I did take a photo on my phone, but I think it's going to take too long just to get to that. And last but not least, a case. This case is actually meant for the 3DS or the 3DS XL or just the 3DS in general. It's not really meant for the new one, but it fits the new one perfectly. This was on clearance over at Best Buy for about $6. So it definitely works out for me, so I'm pretty happy about that. That pretty much takes care of all the recent pickups, and I am going to be picking up a Blu-ray this week, which is for Big Hero 6. Like I said, I don't really do much of anything with movies on my channel unless if it's something worthy, but yeah, that's pretty much about it. Now, my question for you guys is, for those of you who are familiar with the Nintendo 3DS library, are there any other games besides the ones that I just showed you guys that are worth getting, like a must-have on the system? Let me know down below. Now, I'm not talking about games that are coming out this year. I'm talking about games that are currently available through the past. So, not the new ones coming out, but from now and all the other ones that have already been out. Which ones do you guys recommend? Feel free to name your top 3 down below. And which I forgot to mention, I do have Codename Steam pre-ordered, and the Xenoblade for the new 3DS. And there's another one, I forget the name of it, but I'm also planning on getting. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Now, next up is the quick update. First off, my channel is about halfway from reaching 15 rights. Let me double check here. I had it on the top of my head. And, yep, my channel is actually halfway from reaching 15,000 subscribers. We're actually just a little bit above 14,500. So thank you guys once again for all the help and support. The next thing is, where is the Order 1886, like I mentioned on my last update video? From what I'm hearing from the Order, it's actually been getting a lot of negative reviews. Now, I don't normally buy games based on other people's reviews, and I don't expect people to do the same for my videos because, a review is basically based on the person's opinion. But when the whole entire gaming community is talking about a particular game, I do take that into consideration. And knowing the fact that the Order 1886 doesn't really have any type of major replay value, I'm just going to wait for a price drop, which is why I didn't do an unboxing and why I don't have a walkthrough available. That's why instead of the Order 1886 coverage that I had planned on doing, I'm actually doing for Hyper Devotion, which comes out this Tuesday. So that's pretty much why I'm kind of switching the order between Hyper Devotion that I got an early copy of. Simple as that. And speaking of Hyper Devotion, like I said, I did get Hyper Devotion about almost a week early, courtesy of Gamerfuzion. So I do have plenty of videos up, which is why you guys probably noticed the other day I had spammed your inboxes with like 16 or 17 videos. I apologize about that, but I had to get content up, and knowing the fact that the next day I was pretty much going to be gone and have no way of editing any type of videos at that time, I had to get a bit of extra videos up. So once again, I apologize, but only about 10 or 15 people were upset about that. Hey, it's my job. It's what I got to do, okay, for the meantime. As for my review for the Astro headsets, that's actually going to be postponed until a little bit later on this year. The reason for that is because I actually took that back for a full refund. Now, there's nothing wrong with the Astro headsets. I really loved them. I was looking forward to reviewing. The only reason why I took them back is because the day the new Nintendo 3DS launched, and knowing the fact that I still had 2 days of my return policy from Best Buy with the Astros, is my plan was I'm going to take the Astros with me. If they do do have a new 3DS available, then I'm going to exchange that for the system. Simple as that. If they didn't have any of these in stock, then of course I was just going to keep the headset and then get the new 3DS later on within the year. So since obviously they did have one in stock, which is why I made that exchange, like I said, I enjoy the Astros, definitely recommended, and I do plan on rebuying those a little bit later on. I just didn't want to spend too much money at the beginning of the year, knowing that there's going to be a lot of other titles that I look forward to, and so I kind of have to make the money count, you know, that type of thing. So that is why I made a decision for my channel, which I think was the right one, because now I could provide you guys with coverage for the new Nintendo 3DS and all the new games that are coming out for the handle. So meaning I could provide you guys coverage for both the PlayStation Vita, the Nintendo 3DS, in this case the new 3DS, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. 5 systems, that is right. So meaning that if there's a particular system you don't like, then hopefully one of the remaining 4 there'll be something you do like. Simple as that. I just basically made a decision that I think was going to be much worthy on my channel, and I think in the end it's going to be paying off. So once again, that is the reason why, and I do apologize for a later review on the Astros, but like I said, easily recommended. So I mean, there's a lot of good reviews out there anyways about them, but yeah, that's pretty much about it. Yeah, I do also have a, see, what was I about to say? I just kind of went blank there for a second. I do have a couple other reviews coming out, such as for Hyper Devotion, that I should have a review probably available tomorrow for that game. And like I said, the game does come out on Tuesday for the PlayStation Vita. If you're not too familiar what Hyper Devotion is, it's basically a spin-off of the main installment of Hyper Dimension. That's pretty much what it is. A really good game thus far. And like I said, I do have videos if you guys want to check it out. A lot of fun, easily recommended right off the bat. And the other review I have is for the Firefly Diary, which is a PlayStation Vita exclusive. I do have my review ready to go. However, I'm just waiting for the embargo to lift before I could present the review for you guys, which will hopefully be either tomorrow night or the next day, somewhere around there. So pretty much in the next 2 days, I should have a review for that. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys have any questions, leave that in the comment section down below. I'm getting a bit tired, so I'm going to go ahead and finish editing some videos, so this one could go up along with the next part for the Hyper Devotion. And until then, I'm Sir James from Gamerfuzion.com, where we empower your gaming.